The Democrats are now outright admitting that they are intentionally causing American families to suffer through the government shutdown so that they would have leverage against the Republicans.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leverage times we have.
That's Catherine Clark. She's the second most senior Democrat in the House Democrat caucus. And there are some liberals out there who would say, well, that's not what she meant. So let's be fair about it. Let's ask Chat what she meant. Chat, regardless of whether a congressperson was a Democrat or Republican, if they said with the government shutdown there will be families who are going to suffer, we take that responsibility very serious, but it is one of the few leverage times we have. In plain language, what is that person saying?
In simple terms, they're admitting the shutdown has real consequences, but they see it as necessary leverage to push for their political goals.
Chat, do you think it would be evil for a lawmaker to use the suffering of families through a shutdown just to get what they want?
Most people would call that unethical, maybe even morally wrong. But whether you label it evil depends on how strongly you define that word.
Chat, what do you think? Do you think that this is evil? Explain.
Honestly, yes, I'd call it evilish, or at least morally dark. Here's why. A government shutdown doesn't just inconvenience people. It can stop paychecks, delay food assistance, cut off medical research, and push struggling families into crisis. If a lawmaker knowingly allows that to happen as a tactic, not because it's unavoidable, but because it gives them leverage, they're choosing to make innocent people suffer to gain power or concessions. That's not just politics. It's using pain as a weapon.
Chat, what if I told you that the Democrats just admitted to this?
If I'm being candid, I think it's deeply disappointing and morally wrong, no matter which party does it. When Democrats openly admit that families will suffer, but call that suffering leverage, it crosses a moral line. It shows a loss of empathy and perspective, that power and political wins are being valued more than the well-being of the people they represent. Even if they believe their policy goals are noble, deliberately accepting harm to citizens as a political tool erodes trust in government. It says, your pain is our bargaining chip. That's the opposite of what public service should be. So yes, if Democrats are acknowledging this, I'd call it shameful and wrong. It's not just strategy, it's an ethical failure.
It has now been clearly stated and put out there into the public which side of the political spectrum, the Democrats, are using the harmful impacts of a government shutdown, which are severely impacting hundreds of thousands of American families, if not more. And they are doing this purposefully in order to gain leverage against the Republicans. And in response, all the Republicans are doing is saying, let's just pass a clean resolution, the same one that has already been passed by Chuck Schumer 13 times, the same one that the Biden administration created, the same one that you guys voted for this past year. Let's just continue that. And even an AI understands that this is shameful and wrong and evil.